Hello, I'm Roger Sheley, rangeland weed ecologist with the Agricultural Research Service and the Eastern Oregon Agricultural Research Center, and I'm here to present an Eastern Oregon Ag Minute. You know how memories work. When you're right, no one remembers. When you're wrong, no one forgets. I wonder if you remember a few months ago when we talked about the one-pass system for reseeding weed-infested rangeland. If you recall, we made a drill that has a sprayer mounted on it. We tested the one-pass weed sprayer reseeder program at 2 sites over 4 years and got good stands of grasses established in weedy areas every time. Now we've had great success using it on Russian knapweed and on rabbit brush dominated sites. This week I'd like to explore how this one-pass system worked in our area. If you don't remember about the one-pass system, you probably owe people money. It seems lenders have better memories than borrowers. This week we're discussing the one-pass system. With the fall gridiron season here, you probably think the one-pass system is some kind of football strategy, but it's actually a new way to reseed rangelands that are infested with noxious weeds. We reseeded some Russian knapweed infested areas by spraying 3 pints of curtail at the same time as seeding a mixture of forage species. We seeded crested wheatgrass, pubescent wheatgrass, and dryland alfalfa with a rangeland drill. We also compared doing it in the spring with doing it in the fall. Crested established well in either season. In the spring, the spray seemed to kill the emerging pubescent wheatgrass plants, and fall was better for alfalfa too. So seeding in the fall while spraying Russian knapweed all in a single pass worked well for reseeding Russian knapweed infested areas. And as Dan Moreno said, there is no defense for the perfect pass. This week, we're discussing the one-pass system. I know it's disappointing, but it's not a sure barroom pickup line. It's a way to reseed rangelands infested with weeds. We tried reseeding rabbit brush and found that using Banville at 62 ounces of product per acre, combined with seeding crested wheatgrass in the fall using a rangeland drill, worked very well. We got about 65% control of rabbit brush. But crested didn't establish any better where the rabbit brush was controlled than where we just seeded without spraying. Maybe just seeding rabbit brush stands with crested wheatgrass would replace the forage you need and not be so expensive. So I bet you're waiting for a good pickup line. Try this. Am I good looking enough, or do you need another drink? This week we're talking about seeding weed infestations in a single pass. We call it the one-pass system for reseeding rangeland. Most revegetation programs require multiple entries and multiple attempts to get a good stand of forage where weeds grow. The one-pass system is aimed at doing everything you intend to do at the same time. Prepare a seed bed, spray weeds, seed grasses, or whatever you intend to do. It's all done at the same time, and that reduces the cost. We have added a spray rig on a rangeland drill and simultaneously spray weeds while we seed into infested areas. That way, when the weed dies, we have something to grow in its place, and the weed doesn't have a place to grow when it tries to reinvade the site. It's worked in nearly all situations that we've tried it, and it's even worked in some cases with Medusa head infested rangeland. It saves time and money. We'll talk about that tomorrow. I'm not an economist. I don't even play one on TV or on the radio. But here's what I figured out. Using traditional methods, it costs about $150 or more to seed rangeland dominated by noxious weeds. And the likelihood of being successful is very low. It's so low, I think that if you seeded 4 weedy areas using traditional methods, you might get a good grass stand at 1 site. That's a gamble even ranchers don't take. Our one-pass system costs about $45